Cultural landscape, one-of-a-kind natural, economic and cultural elements blend together perfectly. This landscape, which has been listed as a UNESCO World Heritage Site, is the thriving result of hard-working coffee-growing families that have kept a legacy alive for generations.
That way, Colombian coffee culture remains renowned all around the world.
All of these incredible places you see are possible thanks to Colombia's imposing mountain ranges and the various climates that exist at different altitudes, from reservoirs to rivers.
Waxbound valleys, even perpetual snow. Traveling through these mountains as we're doing today, I met a woman who stole my heart.
Hi, Omar.
This is Estela. She will be your guide as you discover the history of the Western Colombian Andes.
This region of the Andes that we'll be touring is an example of balance between tradition and progress.
Let's start with Bogota, the country's capital. Art, gastronomy.
The people of Bogota are great hosts for both tourism and business.
You can say the history of these lands is very steep, isn't it, Stella?
Since I was little, I have seen people riding bikes as early as 4 a.m. These are the roads where Nairo Quintana and Lucho Herrera started pedaling their way to glory.
These mountains sure do take us to amazing places where you can rest, enjoy and breathe in local culture, don't they?
You're right there. These are towns where the word luxury translates into hospitality, culture and peace. Oh my, the handcrafts made in these regions are sold all over the world.
Stella, why don't you show them?
Okay, Omar says that I shouldn't let you go without showing you one of his favorite places. An ideal destination for those who seek thrills and excitement.
Earth, I think the time has come. I'm water. And in order to tell you the history of Colombia and its connection to the future, we must visit the Highland Wars.
Let's go!
Colombia is definitely a blessed country thanks to mountains like these that breathe life. I'll tell you why, just a moment.
Have you ever seen a Chiva? They're Colombia's traditional buses, and the one you're on right now is magical. I am Earth, and we're here to tell you the story of a country connected to the rhythm of the future, the story of its people and their natural resources. Colombia is a blessed country, crossed from end to end by the imposing Andes mountain range, creating all kinds of climates, ecosystems, and unique landscapes. This is the story of the Western Colombian Andes, mountains of coffee and flowers.
多敢这么搞。
Of indigenous communities in the territory.
There are places in this land where we can find the knowledge of lost ancient cultures, such as Terra Adentro.
That's right, Kaji.
Water, so what is our mission in this Columbia of the future?
That is a great question, Kachibli, to which I have no answer. I am water. I cannot see the future.
I believe that by preserving our past and our culture, we can understand ourselves as part of the future.
I agree with you.
I'm going to show you something on this loop, the one my grandmother taught me to use. I remember the first time I visited the Las Lajas Sanctuary, a place my grandmother took me to as a child to sell our rooms. It was the first time I came upon a faith different from mine. I was impressed. Then I visited Popayan to witness the celebration of the Holy Week. It opened my eyes to a world where we'll have different beliefs, which we must respect.
Perhaps I know someone who might be able to answer your question. Show us your room.
Welcome to the Colombian Amazon Orinoco, sacred rainforest and plains. Let us be carried away by the wisdom of nature. But first, you must open your heart to know how to listen to it.
He's Taika Manuel. He's a traditional healer of the Cofan indigenous people, an Amazonian community that keeps its ancestral knowledge and traditions alive, which include healing rituals for both body and soul.
The air has granted us permission to experience the journey of the ancestral Maloka. Look down.
Whoa!
Be inspired by the hearts of our ancestors, the National Park of Chiribiquete.
It's huge.
It's a World Heritage Site, essential to the preservation of the planet's biodiversity and natural ecosystems. It's a true treasure.
It's so beautiful.
The River of Seven Colors is a great example of how water is life. Perhaps our future, indigenous or not, depends on taking care of everything we've been gifted, especially water.
Let's go back to my region. I want to take you to a very special place, Taita Manuel. The perfect place to gaze at the stars is the desert. For hundreds of years, the native peoples learned to follow the stars. We still look at them so we don't forget where we come from. They are our GPS, leading the way to keep alive our ancestral wisdom. My grandparents taught me to look at the sky, but also to look at the earth, at the water, to know who I am.
Maybe that's the answer you were looking for. It's time for me to go, but the journey will continue to Ruan Scalabo.
From here, where the sun sets, all the way to the Mavecure Hills, you'll find only virgin plains, epic sunsets, and an immense variety of flora and fauna. This is the Orinoquia. We, the Llaneros, learn to ride first and walk after. That's the way we are raised up. Here we grew up among the experts, the biodiversity unlike any other in Colombia. The Llanera culture speaks of cattle, horses, coleo and coroco. But if it's Colombian rhythm music, then follow the earth, and you'll happen upon a pleasant surprise.
Thank you. This way, please.
islands brimming with diversity and colors, whistling through the jungles and deserts that embrace their beaches.
Air is also the rhythm that leaves and flows from the musical instruments. The Colombian Pacific vibrates with the sound of music, tradition, and ancestral heritage.
In the greater Colombian Caribbean, air is so important that we call vallenatos just that, airs. Our whole life revolves around a big variety of rhythms and flavors.
Meet Jonathan and Shadia. Let's stop talking about rhythm, let's show them. Jonathan, why don't you start?
Welcome to your first class of Pacific percussion. We're gonna start with a simple rhythm using the drums in front of you. Now use your right hand first like this. Try to follow the rhythm. Now your other hand like this. This is basic Curulao beat, which goes like this. Now we're gonna try to do another rhythm. This time we're gonna do a bunde. It goes something like this. Let's get it follow the rhythm. That was really good, and our music reflects the paradise we live in. One of the most biodiverse ecosystems in the world, where thousands of birds and fantastic underwater species live. We can even find humpback whales that come to be burned in our waters. But don't think that the Colombian Pacific is just beaches. It's also Cali, a vibrant city brimming with culture, entrepreneurship, design, and style. With a captivating and electrifying atmosphere, whether you're here on business or simply to have a good time. After all, Cali is the salsa capital of the world.
Did you say salsa? I want to dance salsa.
Why don't you teach them a couple of simple steps?
Sure thing, Eric. Let's learn some basic salsa choking steps. So what we're going to do is move side to side in counts of 3, like this. 1, 2, 3, and 1, 2, 3, and 1, 2, 3. Faster. Arms up. Good. Good job, everyone. That was great. Okay, so now let's switch to one of the greater Colombian Caribbean rhythms. Let's dance mapalé. Okay, everybody follow me. Arms out like this, and we are going to push up and down in circles. Put our whole body into it. Okay? You got it? Now faster. Good. Okay, good job, everyone. That was great. Okay, let's catch our breath. The greater Colombian Caribbean enjoys a huge number of rhythms thanks to its blend of fascinating cultures, from the indigenous Wayuu to the raizales and palenqueros, with rhythms such as vallenato, porro, cumbia, which have been recognized as World Heritage, show the world that we are a land of contrasts.
It is true. As you start heading away from the sea, you will find beautifully quaint little towns in between rivers, marshes, and mountains. Indigenous civilizations, all with a rich cultural heritage.
The Barranquilla Carnival is a colorful celebration in which we get to express all the folklore and diversity of rhythms that make up the greater Colombian Caribbean. Just like the carnival, we are a region filled with joy, color, and diversity. We always have people from all around the world who get to experience firsthand our warmth.
It's impossible not to get caught up in the rhythm of these two regions. Their love of life is also reflected in productivity and entrepreneurship, in the creation of industry and renewable energies. This is a place that's quite simply impossible not to fall in love with.
So now you know we'll be expecting you. Jonathan, get over here. I want to bid farewell to our guests with a dance. Hey, Jonathan.
Are we dancing champeta?
Yes, sir, we
Okay.
are. Johnny, don't be shy.
You can definitely feel the rhythm of flavor in the air.
You can feel the heat, not only in the weather, but in all the people who live their lives passionately. You should never let that fire inside you go out. I'll see you soon to tell you more.